Hey again guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Bag Only, the inventory only Ironman, not using any material containers, stash units or POH storage. As you can see, we'll be picking up exactly where we left off in episode 2. Our first port of call will be completing Wateyfalley quest, another nice early game quest that gives you a stupid amount of combat XP. As you might remember from last time, we picked up a few elemental runes, because we're going to need those in this quest. We just need to go grab ourselves a rope. Following on from that, this episode I'm planning to also complete the Grand Tree quest, hence why we got that 25 agility last episode. Once again, this episode's going to be quite quest heavy, but that should mean by the end of this episode we should have a bunch more total levels on the account. So let's not waste any more time, let's get into things. So yeah, we're just going to run over to Witch Haven, it's called. Take the boat over to the fishing platform, just grab a rope. Everything else there I think we'll have to drop. Pickaxe, scimitar, a bunch of our combat robes, but I guess we'll see. So hopefully we have the option to teleport to Barbarian Assault. Don't think you need anything to unlock that telly. You need to go through the... oh, damn. Haven't done the Barb Assault minigame tutorial. So we'll just run from here up to the start of this quest, Waterfall quest. I imagine when we've done this quest, we'll probably be at 38, 39 attack, and maybe 28, 29 strength or something, maybe 30, so that'll be really, really good. Save us a bunch of time training combat, hitting low numbers on crabs or whatever. We could start Dwarf Cannon while we're here. I don't know if a hammer spawns here. If it does, then we probably can start the quest. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Wasn't planning on doing Dwarf Cannon on the way here, but thinking about it, it doesn't have any item requirements, so since we're in the neighbourhood, we'll just do the start until we have to head to Valley, and then we'll pick up on this quest later down the line, probably another day. It's just good to have it started, so if we're ever in the neighbourhood of the next section of the quest, we can just continue it and just save a bit of time, basically. Do this bit. Just run up this ladder here. Okay, so he wants us to go to the Fishing Guild cave. If I can remember, I'll do that later when we next walk past, but back to the Waterfall quest now. Although what we will do is just bypass the quest start real quick, just really quickly do the tutorial for Barbarian Assault, and then that will unlock a minigame teleport up here, which is really helpful, because there's no other real way to get to this zone very easily at the moment. It's near a bunch of stuff like Barbarian Training, the Ancient Cavern for Myth Dragons, and also a spawn of planks, so we can do some construction training for completely free at some stage down the line. As far as I remember, there's an option to say I've played this before. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can just skip the training, and we're straight into being able to teleport here. That's really, really awesome. We'll definitely make use of that later down the line. I really do want to do some barbarian fishing up here. Plus we will want to come here and complete barbarian training just so we can unlock things like bare hand harpoon fishing. Because of the nature of our account, maybe we won't have a harpoon on us, and at some point we might need to harpoon a tuna or something like that for some reason, so having the ability to do it with bare hands will be super, super helpful. So this is Waterfall quest. Basically, we have to enter this waterfall down here. We find out that we can't progress beyond a certain point, so we have to go into a dungeon nearby where you're not allowed to take your combat items inside. So we'll have to potentially drop some stuff just outside said dungeon. Hopefully we don't lose anything, but we might do. That's the nature of this account. But there's nothing here that I'm really too worried about losing. The worst thing's probably the fire staff, because it cost us 1500, or the bronze arrows. We have quite a few of those, but they're worth a bit less. Then we'll just make sure that we're allowed in with the XP lamp, because we want to put the XP lamp in a skill that's hard to train, and the closest hard skill to 30 is this 25 agi, so we need to go to the centre of Treenome Village for this Waterfall quest. Just need to hit up the homeboy Elcoy. Oh, hang on. I had a full invent, so I didn't get the key there. I love the chat heads of these guys, they look so stupid, like... So, best way for this, Pondering Monastery again. See, we've used this cape teleport so many times already. We are going to pass the cave that we need to go through to continue the Dwarf Cannon quest. So I'll do Dwarf Cannon first, or at least as much of it as we can. Right, here we are in this cave. So we'll just do a cheeky search of this crate over here. Some dwarfs should pop out. Hello, hello. Return to Captain Loggoff.
Loggoff, you little b****!
Hopefully I think he sends us off to Falador now, so we can forget about this quest until the next time we're back east. Just fix this guy's cannon here. Luckily the instructions are on screen thanks to Quest Helper. Awesome. So our next part of Dwarf Cannon is head over to Falador to talk to a different dwarf. So we'll just close that off for now. Pull up Waterfall quest again, and we're right here for where we need to be. So we need to drop a whole bunch of stuff. Yep, all of this counts as armor, I think. We need to be quick because we only have a few minutes before it all disappears. Sadly, we can't deposit our book, so hopefully we're allowed in with that. No, we're not. Okay. Destroy the book. Oh yeah, we have to drop our runes as well, I remember. God, that's a messy pile of stuff. Okay, cool. Now, real quick, we just need to open this chest and not get donked out by the moss giant. Also, we got the amulet. Put the amulet on. Moss giant hit a 0. Run over here, grab this lady's urn, I think, from her tomb. Should have kept a point of run energy. Stupid. Okay. Oh my god, we're dead. Please don't hit 6. Okay, just got chanced. That's it. That's the only worrying part of the quest just there. Hopefully no one's come along and grabbed our things. Just take all of it. Real quick. We've got all our elemental runes still. They didn't despawn. That's awesome. That's looking good. So we head back up to the hill, and then we take that raft again down the waterfall. But this time we have the appropriate necklace and pebble required to get into the waterfall. So we board the raft. Use the rope on the rock, use the rope on the tree, and then instead of getting in the barrel this time, we open the door. Now what we have to do, go into this side room and search a crate. There should be a key in there. Now there are some spiders here, they are really high level. We're certainly not going to kill these ones for our Slayer task, so we'll just hope that nothing kills us. I mean, these skeletons are level 45, so hopefully they can't hit like an 8 or a 9. It'd probably be sensible to wait here and get a few points of run before heading through the fire giant room, but we're just going to go for it. Just going to drop some cakes because I think we do end up getting some items from this quest. I don't want to have a full inventory when it happens. So we use one of each of these 3 runes on each of the 6 pillars. If completing this quest doesn't throw us outside, then I'll try go back through the door and kill a fire giant, and I think you can safe spot them in the narrow corridor because they're too big to get to you. So if that's the case and we don't get kicked out here, then we'll try and do that diary task. You always have to be careful with this quest, because if you do something wrong, not only do you lose the items you've put in already, it throws you outside. You have to use the urn on the treasure. And then we look at our stats, 3185, all the way to 3735. Absolutely ridiculous. Shot way past the Addy tier. We're only 3 levels off rune weapons already, and it's like day 3. And our combat level shot up to 27. We were something like 14 earlier today. So we get some myth seeds, some gold bars, some diamonds. None of it's super important stuff. We'll just see if we have enough runes on us to kill this fire giant. Hopefully we do. There's 15 mage coming in. There we go. That's a combat task and a diary task. So pop our ghost speak back on to save an invent slot. Kandarin Monastery because our prayer's been drained a little bit. We'll go grab some more prayer. Brill. So what I do want now is some kind of general store. We've got quite a lot of just stuff. Don't need these quest items anymore. So what we're going to have to do, there's no other option. Lumbridge home teleport. Quickly, as usual, buy a bronze axe, and then we'll take a canoe up to Varrock. We'll hit the general store. Hopefully we can sell these diamonds, gold bars, and mithril seeds for some amount of money, and then we'll probably put all of that into runes.
No, Bob? Yeah.
The bronze axe. Absolutely worth 16 GP just to get back to Varrock quicker. So let's go, sell all our junk, make some money, and then we'll try the Grand Tree, the next quest in the Gnome series. We're going to need to kill a demon boss in the Grand Tree quest, and obviously killing it from behind a rock with runes obviously going to be so much easier than killing it with a mithril scimitar. So far things haven't been too bad with regards to our invent space. We've had a few kind of issues, especially with Death Plateau. We had to get rid of a lot of stuff. Hopefully there's no more real huge problems that arise anytime soon. The items we need, 1,000 coins, combat gear. Galariel's Urn we just don't need. We need 1:2 ratio of mines to heirs. And this remains the best spell for a long time, because we can't feasibly get chaos runes. 1 chaos rune costs 90. So it costs you 11 per cast for this spell, whereas if we swap our staff for an air staff and do the next spell up, it'll cost us 90 per cast, so that's why this one's so good. So we'll buy 1 mind pack, 2 air packs. It's probably not enough for general training, but it's certainly going to be enough to kill a single demon, and that's really all we need. Okay, well, Ardy Cape. We can now use this tree that's really close to the Ardy Cape teleport, and I think we are able to use the spirit tree that goes to the Grand Tree without doing the Grand Tree quest. I just think we can't use the spirit tree back. so we should easily be able to kill this demon at this quest. So we'll go talk to the king. We follow him downstairs, carry on talking to him. So he tells us there's a problem with the tree, something's wrong with it. We need to find out what's wrong with it. We'll just run Kandarin Monastery and we're heading south to a gnome's house who lives down here. And he should be able to help us with this dying tree. Oh, Dr. Jekyll, that should give us a strength potion. Oh. Okay. Spiders that can kill me? Wasn't ready for those. Reader's scroll. Back to the Grand Tree. Again, monastery teleport. It's so central in regards to this area of the map. It's like bang in the middle of everything you want to go to. It's such a good teleport to have, so I feel like the utility of this would supersede even the combat bonuses of like a fire cape or something. Not to say that we won't go for one at some stage, but it's just going to be such a good cape to keep equipped for a long time. Okay, we're back at the tree, just going to talk to the king again before the next stage of the quest. Just thinking about it on the way back here, there is actually a magic store in the Grand Tree, because I know that the mage hat in the clothes shop here is better than the wizard hat that we have. I don't know whether the robes are better stat-wise, but even if they have any magic bonus at all, they'll be better than this priest gown. I guess we'll just buy a full cream set. Only used a few hundred of our money. No, that's a real shame. Only the hat is usable for us. Okay, yeah, we got quite a bit of our money back for that. And this cream hat, it doesn't quite fit our outfit, but it does give us an additional 1 mage bonus, which doesn't seem like much, but every little helps. Right, climb down, we'll go find Dwarf. Once again, fair bit of walking around for this quest, but it does award us 7,900 agility XP at the end, so I'm hoping that'll push us from 25 past 30, because if so, then we can do the Varrock agility course next, which is easier to get to, and it'll give us more XP an hour than Alcarid or Draenor, so that's really good. So we need to search his house for evidence of his wrongdoings, and we find it. But then he finds us, and he gets the gnome police here to arrest us. The king believes our side of the story though, so we talk to him and he lets us escape on one of his gnome gliders. So initially we can only take this one over to Karamja, but there are 5 or 6 destinations you do unlock later in the game, so just having more travel like this just really helps us get around. So let's try and evade these Jogers because they do hit hard and we don't have any run. Also jungle spiders, hopefully they don't have the ability to poison, but you never know. Let's head into the shipyard here. Now we return to the Grand Tree, obviously again, easiest way. We just monastery teleport and take the spirit tree. So now we'll just scoot over to Dwarf's girlfriend's house, see if she knows anything about his wrongdoings. And then I think we basically go to his house, confront him, and then we have to fight his evil demon pet, which we'll safe spot with our Fire Strike spell. Hopefully once this quest is over we can drop this whole row of garbage. So far we've been given 5 quest items, kind of clogging up our bag just a little. I'm also hoping that the demon that spawns at the end boss fight doesn't like spawn next to us and one hit our 13 health. We don't have Protect Melee, obviously. Cool, 4 more quest items in the event, so now we've got 9 items from this quest. It's funny that Dwarf's just stood here. I think we're supposed to be sneaking around his house. Cool. Use all these here. Go down the trap, be prepared to fight. So we'll just put Superhuman Defense on, or Rock Skin or whatever it's called. It'll give us a slight chance of not being one-tapped. Say hello to my little friend! And then hopefully we can run here. The quest helper says stand there, but I've always used this spot, I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
The quest helper says stand there, but I've always used this spot, I don't know.
I was just ragging on the quest helper spot being wrong, and I was in the wrong place, that's hilarious. Oh god, right. It's finally happened, I thought this would happen eventually. What we need real quick, just to get 200 coins. What do we get from a guy? 3. That's really bad because all our gear's going to be... It's just going to be next to the demon. So we're not going to be able to retrieve our runes safely in order to fight him. So good job we saved our minigame teleport. We'll teleport to Port Khazard, which is fishing trawler. Don't know if we're going to be able to get our stuff. Hopefully the game's generous and it drops our things outside where you enter the cutscene, so we can pick it all up. Doesn't even have a map marker for your death pile, which is kind of strange. which must mean it is inside. I didn't think he could hit me there. I thought I was one tile away, so... And then I just ate instead of walking back. Okay, new plan. We'll go to the person who gives you the Ardy Cape one, and we'll claim a new one, because it should be free. That'll give us a panic telly to the monastery. What we'll try and do is get inside and get our stuff. We'll get into a safe spot. If it turns out our stuff isn't achievable because it's next to the demon, then I really don't know. Just drop these. We'll try and grab the runes and the staff from our death pile without dying, and then we'll try teleport immediately without getting too hit. We'll go take this spirit tree back to the grand tree. I think if we die twice, we lose everything. So we could lose everything here. I'm not going to go get a full set of armor or something to protect me while I get my items back. That would be kind of doing stuff while I've got a death pile. What I will hope for is that it doesn't spawn closer because we already did the cutscene. So we'll real quick run into this corner. I think we can get our stuff, right? Unless, if I take a walk this way, he takes a walk this way, then moves one tile closer. What do we want to secure? Dead. Okay, great. There it is. We've lost everything. It's all gone. I think, right? I really don't even know how to get back there now. Do I wait 15 minutes? Do I walk? I mean, I'll need 30 coins for Captain Barnaby, so we are definitely allowed to thieve 30 coins. We went over that in episode 1. Hey, I never said I was good at the game. Okay, we'll get 30 coins and we'll walk to Remington, and then we'll take the boat. Oh dear, I don't even have any food or anything. But yeah, I feel like, because of the account rules, I can't just go get more runes and then save spot the demon, kill it, and then pick all my stuff up. Although I have a kind of plan that I'm hoping will work. I just don't know if it will. What I'm thinking we can try is just go to the Grand Tree basement, not through the cutscene. Because that fight takes place under the tree, right? So if I'm allowed to just go down there without having beaten the quest, which I don't think I am, but it's worth a try, then maybe my items just exist in the non-instanced version. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, maybe our stuff's just gone, full stop, because we died twice? I don't know. Yeah, we can't go in.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
If we go into the basement and log, I feel like it'll put us back here in Gloff's house. Same as if we let the demon despawn. But if our items aren't here now, then it doesn't matter. We'll just go back to Lumbridge and I'll just have my antique lamp with me. Guess we'll see, won't we? Okay. We got all the mage gear off the ground. Just make sure runs... Oh, no. See, that can screw us up because left click attack's not on. No! Oh my god. Why? Why would the rat be there? I wanted to walk onto the tile because the rat was on the tile. It made me walk to the tile next to it. Why would they put that there? Okay, there's hope. We're just gonna have to walk back again. There's hope. All your stuff stays. So we need 10 coin pouches again, just for the 30 for the boat. God, that rat was so stupid. I love that you have left click on for the rat, which gets you killed, and you have left click off for the demon, which gets you killed. It's just such a crazy combo of things. And at the very least, when you die, you get a full bar of run. So that's generous at least. So yeah, just to clarify, if I do die like this, the rule is I have to go back to my death pile straight away. But like I say, if it's quicker, easier, or essential to, say, get a little bit of money first in order to go back and get my stuff, then I'm allowing myself to do that. Just because, you know, if I couldn't allow myself to make 30 coins to take this boat, then from Lumbridge I'd have to walk all the way up through Burthorpe. If I hadn't done fishing contest, it would be impossible to get back to my body, so it just makes the game playable. So I'm fine with it. Right, let's just hope for the best this time. I feel like it should work. You're supposed to stand under Gloff and you're able to mage the demon. It's the spot I've always used. It's probably just that the demon's in a different place than it usually is for me, so I really don't know. Oh good, there's the rat getting me killed again. See, I've got my fire stuff, but I don't have my combat runes. I just feel like if I go out to grab them, I'll die. There's no way I'm picking them both up, is there? Let's just try, whatever. I'm so scared of this getting me killed. If this game makes me move for any reason, I'm dead. Don't want to jinx it, but it seems to be working. Just gotta hope that the game doesn't like make us target a rat under him or something that makes us walk out into the open. But luckily if you die multiple times your items don't actually disappear. Anyway, couple of magic levels doing this thanks to his high HP, so that's always nice. I'm really glad we bought quite a few runes because this is taking quite a lot. We're hitting quite a lot of wands. Also, it's really nice that Gloff just stands here and lets us kill his black demon. Oh, I'm so glad this worked. Because, you know, obviously we've only spent a couple of thousand on all these items, but there is a lot of walking around to go get it all back.
Man, I'm dead.
Now we can grab everything back. Even our marks of grace are still here. Imagine that. And there we go. We're back as we were. All we need to do now is search all the roots of this tree, if I remember correctly. It has some, like, evil poison stone under it. Oh, there we go. That's the quickest I've ever done this. That's really good. Real quick stats check before we do the quest. 37 attack, 25 agility, 18 magic. There we go. 42 attack, 31 agility, 22 magic. So we've got like 4 attack levels, 4 mage levels, and like 6 agility levels. Absolutely crazy. And of course we've unlocked gnome gliders now. Should help us get around the game a little bit. For example, if we want to get back to Varrock from here, fly over to one of these two, I can't remember which. Also Ice Mountain, Karamja, and something else. So that's awesome, quite a stressful quest, but that's fine, we made it in the end. What I'm hoping now is this is enough runes to do Fight Arena. I don't think it will be, looking at it. I don't think 76 casts or whatever this is going to be enough to kill all the bosses in Fight Arena. I think we'll go start it, just see how far we get. And if it turns out that we can't complete the quest with this many runes, we'll just come back to this quest and just finish it off whenever we need to. So, real quick, start the quest, yes. Go grab some armor. It's quite a quick quest. There's just quite a few cutscenes, a little bit of walking, and obviously a lot of combat that you need to safe spot. I think you have to fight 3 different enemies. So we'll head into the fight arena. We're supposed to be rescuing this woman's family, so we have to take part in this death game, basically. But little do they know, we'll be standing behind this corpse, casting Fire Strike, the only spell for an early level account. Lets us cheese our way through a bunch of content. So run to the pub, buy a Cali brew, everyone knows this. Here's a filthy stash unit that we won't be using at any point in this account. 1 Cali brew please, thank you, run back. Oh yeah, we do have a bunch of rubbish from the Grand Tree, so those ones specifically we don't need. We do still have the strength pot, we do still have a tiny bit of food, 2 kebabs, 2 cakes, so maybe if we run out of runes we might be able to myth skim our way past the last enemy, but I highly doubt it, even with +3 strength. Oh sorry, +6, wow, strength bots are good.
Ah, help, run! A big, stupid, ugly ogre.
Hopefully we can just safe spot him on this. Another magic level, 2 more and we get Varrock Telly. Obviously we only have 8 laws, so that's like 8 Varrock Tellys, but hopefully we'll be able to find a nice source of lore runes before like the 50 odd runecraft or whatever it is to make them. Still need to kill a scorpion and dog with like 55 casts of this spell. I mean, it could happen, you know, if we get really big hits on the scorpion. I hope while we're here we're allowed to swap gear, because if we are, then I'll put my hat on. But mage bonus is everything, because we want every possible spell to hit. Can't be hitting 1s, come on. There we go. I think 7's the max potentially with this spell. Oh, there's 8, wow. So ridiculous that you can hit 8s at 13 magic. It's completely down to the will of the game. But again, it's completely on me for entering this quest with this many runes. We knew the risks. If we just keep slapping away, we'll be great. 24 magic coming in, 1 more for that lovely Varrock Telly that we've been waiting for. These are still the 8 lore runes from doing Monk's Friend on day 1 or 2 or whatever it was. There we go, there's Bouncer dead, with 13 casts remaining. Then this guy's like, right, I'll deal with you myself. And I'm like, right, no you won't. I'm leaving, pal. Okay. I mean, he's allowed to hit you in the door, is he? Really? Oh my god. Okay, well at least Fishing Trawler Telly's up, which puts us right next to where we just were. I'm really hoping our death pile is in fact outside the door where we died, and it's not glitched inside the door, because we'll have another scenario like the Black Demon if that is the case. Luckily, we are able to just use our minigame tally. It's off its 20-minute cooldown. What we can do now is just go end the quest. The only issue with that is If I end the quest, I don't know if the fight arena becomes locked. I'd really hate to lock my items inside the fight arena. So we'll just real quick grab a new set of guard disguise from this this box. Hopefully they don't notice we have really tatty legs and they just let us in, and we'll just go see where our gear is. What? No, they don't let me in anymore! No way. Okay, we'll finish the quest. Maybe they'll then let me back in. I mean, I've still got the keys, so surely I should just be able to let myself in, but if I lose my items from that, that would be so stupid. But let's just talk to Lady Serval. Here we go. 1,000 coins, which we desperately need. 2k thieving XP and another 12,000 attack. So we've got up to 28 thieving. Can do warriors. 44 attack. We're well into using rune, approaching even granite weaponry. Super good. Hopefully this guy lets us in. If he doesn't, I don't know. Can we get back into Fight Arena? Let me just Google this, because once you've completed the quest, you can never get back in again, man. This is this guy from Reddit 5 years ago. I mean, I guess I can try the other door, but I feel like the NPC will have the same dialogue. Dude, you can't do this, man. I'm wearing the disguise and everything. What if we talk to the guard? Nope. That's going to trigger him to attack us. What if we use the key on the door? I mean, it's just over, whatever. That is so stupid. That's such poor design, sorry, but if you die there at that exact specific moment, the fight arena becomes permanently inaccessible. I don't know if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I mean, it'll be too late, won't it, to get all my stuff back. None of it's really important, like we said before, it's just a little frustrating that we didn't have a chance to get it back, and we died while going through a door in an animation which shouldn't have been allowed. So we're basically starting from scratch here. We've got a lamp that we can use once we get to level 30 and a desired skill. Could put it in agility now to get rid of it actually. So from 31 to 33. We specifically just unlocked this shortcut here, so that might be useful in future. We've got ourselves the Khazard armor. It has some defense like iron, but it has no negative mage. So that could be useful. We've got 1,000 coins. We're just going to real quick reclaim our RD cape. We don't necessarily need runes again, because the quests we needed mage for this time we have done now. That was the last quest, just there. It's whether we want to go safe spot these Zamorak warriors for a rune scimitar. Yeah, I hope to do a little bit more fletching coming up at some point, because it's a decent money making method. And then once we get to 10 we can attempt the tourist trap, which is a quest that needs some inventory space as free. Now we have our cape back, I think what makes sense is we'll just scoot across here, do a little bit of thieving while we're in the area, get ourselves some food because you always need some, maybe get ourselves some silk or something, try and sell that back for a little bit of a cash stack, and then we'll see where we are. Oh, actually, while we're here, I will just try this nature room door. At the very least there's an iron mace in here on the ground, so we now have a weapon back. Probably not the best one, but better than absolutely nothing. We always search for traps. One. Can we do the other? We find nothing. Right, okay, so you can only loot one like I thought. So we got 3 coins and a nature rune. I mean, the nature rune I think was worth like 87 when we last sold one. So that's not too bad. I don't think we'll be back, but let's just check this house next door, see if there's anything in here we can open. Okay, 10 coins. Not really a money-making method, but now we have 1 nature rune. Just had to panic telly away from the market because I was about to die to a guard while stealing silk. So I tellied over to the monastery, just killed an imp, got our first bead. I think while we're waiting for the silk here to be sellable again for 20 minutes, maybe we'll just run around, kill a few imps, because there is kind of a hot spot here, there's quite a few spawns. And we'll try and get all 4 beads for the imp catcher quest. If we can do that, we can just turn that in, we'll get ourselves an amulet of magic, which I'll just sell for gold. And I think you get a little bit of magic XP as well, so it's not going to bombard us with items that we're going to be holding in our invent, because we're going to do recruitment drive in a bit and drop everything. But it is going to be useful just to get that out of the way early, just while we're waiting for this silk to come off cooldown. Hey, there we go. Bead number 4. That actually was quite quick. Quicker than I imagined, so I'll have to come up with something else to do while waiting for the rest of this silk. Maybe I'll go steal some cakes real quick just for random XP. We did get a bunch of random garbage. The ash from these imps is actually 10 XP, which is crazy. It's like 3 times a regular bone just for killing an imp. So that ash update was kind of good for us, I guess. Got a couple of end-sold heads. I don't think we'll be able to use those at any point. We don't have the Arceus spellbook on. We don't have the runes to reanimate them, so we're just going to go sell them to the general store if they sell. We'll try selling all this other garbage. Honestly, it'll probably only sell for like 3 or 4 coins total for everything. But we just want our invent space back. Then we'll go grab some cakes, just pass some time until the silk's sellable. We'll sell the silk, and then I guess we'll run over to like Varrock or somewhere. I think we need to go to Varrock and Barbarian Village to buy the pieces of armor that we need for Black Knight's Fortress quest. So, alright guys, here's how the invent's looking. We hit 30 thieving, I think we were on like 28 or something, so we've just done a little bit. Got a fair few silk. We'll just keep those because we need to wait like 20-30 minutes to sell them. What I'm going to do is Lumbridge Home Telly, and then we're going to run through the swamp over to the Wizard Tower. We're going to pick up Imp Catcher quest and hand it in straight away because we've got all 4 beads. And then once we've done that, we'll run up to Varrock. We'll head to the armor shop that we looked at last episode for the bear, and we'll grab the iron chain body. And then we'll run over to Barb Village and we'll grab the bronze med helm. Both those items obviously you need for Black Knight's Fortress quest. And then we'll attempt to do that with our current invent. And then by the time that's done, maybe it'll be time to come back to Ardy and sell the silk. But obviously we do have this Ardy cloak on us, so we can use the teleport over to the market and get back to those silk stores quite quickly, so that should be relatively easy. Right, here we go. Wizard Mizgog. Give me a quest, please. Start Imp Catcher. He'll do whatever he does. Cool, there we go. 875 magic XP, pretty simple. And actually an accuracy amulet. I thought it was an amulet of magic. Fairly strange that it's an amulet of accuracy, but obviously we'll have to lose it later when we do recruitment drive, but that's fine. It's not really the best item in the world. We did get 25 mage off that from the little XP drops. So what is this? Suspicious. Yeah, but we did just get 25 mage, so we do now have teleport to Varrock. However, we've lost our lore runes, obviously, so it's probably going to be a little bit of time till we get some consistent lore runes on the account, but it's nice to have the option to be able to do the telly once we do. Actually, what I might do, there's quite a few spiders here just outside Lumbridge. We've still got, I think, 41 to kill for our Slayer task. I am wearing some armor, and I do have a weapon. It's not the best, but it is an iron mace. They've recently updated the attack speed of this down to 4 instead of 5, so it's not the worst weapon anymore. I might just bonk spiders and just real quick see how long it'll take, because they only have 5 health. So if we can kill them in a couple of hits each, with our new 30 strength bonus, then we should be able to kill 40 relatively quickly. And then next time we're passing Birth up, we can grab a new Slayer task. Real close to that 10 Slayer now, so I think I'll do that. Then I'll canoe up to Varrock and I'll clue you guys back in. That's cool, just finished our task. Really didn't gain too much XP, but again, it's just one of the 5 tasks we need to do before we start earning Slayer points, so as long as we keep picking up really low level tasks as we pass the guy and just do them as we're passing by where the monsters are, then it's really not losing us too much time and getting us closer to actually playing Slayer for real, so that's useful. Right guys, we're back at Horvik's shop, like we were in the other episode. Just going to pull up the quest helper here, just so we buy the correct item. It is definitely the iron chain we want. As you can see, it's only 210, which is good. So we'll just grab one of these cabbages. We need a cabbage to complete the evil potion during this quest. We'll grab 2, obviously, just because you can accidentally eat them. And then we'll scoot through Barbarian Village to Petra's Helm Store, or whatever it's called. Pick up the bronze med that we're also going to need for this quest. We'll have the full disguise, and we'll head to Falador, start the quest, do the quest, because as far as I know, it doesn't really need any items other than a cabbage, so we should have everything on us that we need. And then once we've done that, I would imagine it's probably time to tally back and sell this silk. So this here should be the aforementioned Helm Store. Bronze med's what we need, only 24 coins, so that's all the required items. Might as well wear the disguise now, it doesn't really make a difference to us, we look kinda just as scuffed as in that Khazad armor, which I will actually drop, just because we're not going to use it on this quest, and it's just a little bit of extra weight that we don't need. Cool, there's Black Knight's Fortress started. I'm fairly sure all we do is we just run up to the Black Knight's Fortress, go inside, and then just come back here. I think it's just a case of that. And there it is in the distance, the most imposing fortress you've ever seen. The Black Knights are level 33, we are now level 32. So in theory, we should survive against them. However, our hit points are disproportionately low just because of how much combat XP we've got in our attack and strength purely from quests and not actually punching things. But if we go here, we'll get a cutscene, then we just run back through this weird passageway that we went through to get here. So for some reason they have this hole installed directly above... Oh! Genie time! Fantastic, thank you. So yeah, they have this hole installed in the roof that just leads to their cauldron. I don't know why. So we just use a cabbage on it, and then all of a sudden, cabbage from nowhere. Potion's ruined, obviously, and then that's all we need to do. We are just going to walk back through. You'd normally have like a teleport of some kind, but really, really easy quest. Doesn't really reward you with anything at all, as far as I remember. We're just doing this to unlock, like I say, recruitment drive quest straight after. I think this is the only prereq we have left. But that is a quest for the knights where you have to have absolutely no items on you, in your bag or equipped. So for this point in the game where we've got literally next to nothing, we lost all our junk, then it's a really good time to do it. So that's why we're beelining for this quest here. So yeah, you just need 10 combat, Druidic Ritual, which we did the other day, and Black Knight's Fortress that we're doing now. So what we may do now is just trash all this stuff that we're carrying on us, just kind of drop it on the floor and just do recruitment drive straight away. Because really all we'd lose, obviously I'll just use this lamp on something first, we'll chuck that in Herblore. Oh, there's Herblore 4, lovely. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll just drop all this silk and food because it's so easy to get back. I know we sort of, we were going to thieve and sell this silk back to make some money, but actually it's probably best making money after we do recruitment drive. Ah, we did get a cash reward for that. Oh, so now we've got more to lose. But again, 3.5k really isn't much. Recruitment drive should be available next. You start at the same guy, which is good. So I will just ditch everything. It will take a little bit to get back, but I'd rather just drop it now and get this quest out the way, just so we know it's done. So yeah, we'll make that executive decision. If anyone comes along, you know, they're free to take all this. And then when we come out of it, we'll also have nothing, so it might be a really good time to go do Enter the Abyss mini-quest, which requires us to enter the wilderness again. Just because we'll be risking absolutely nothing, and we do want to get that out of the way, because it gives us some Runecraft XP early. So let's fire into recruitment drive. Basically takes us into a secret training area for the White Knights, and we have to do a bunch of puzzle rooms. Luckily, with the Quest Helper plugin, all the solutions to every puzzle are just on screen in blue. Great. This, strangely, is the only reason on this account that you make a female character is for this quest. Because this guy's quote-unquote riddle is that he says in chat, "No man may defeat me." So if you come in and you're a woman, then you can beat him. If you did pick a man at the start of the game, then you have to go to the Magic Makeover, swap into a gal. But at the end, you do get a refund for that if you do need to do that, so hopefully we actually win. There we go. I think you always win as long as you're the right gender, but we did go down to 3 health, so that's what I was kind of worrying about. This is like a chemistry puzzle, but, like, we don't have time for that. The only chemistry I'm interested in is between me and you, the viewer. Normally with this one, it's one of those where the screen will flash and something will disappear and you have to remember what's disappeared. Normally you just take a screenshot, but you don't even need to do that anymore. The quest helper will literally just tell you. Wow, you're so smart. How did you do it? So we drop the fox, we pick the chicken back up. Cool. Everything's over to one side. I remember doing that logic puzzle in like school or something. There we go, really not that difficult a quest. The only issue is obviously you have to drop all your stuff, which has now disappeared, so it is all gone again, but that's completely fine. Totally worth it for 1,000 prayer, 1,000 herblore, and 1,000 agility. So that shoots our prayer up to 15. Herblore all the way from 4 to 10, and obviously it didn't do much for our agility because it is so high. Can't use this helmet till 20 defense, so because of that we're just going to go sell it straight away. Not going to be carrying garbage around with us. We're going to try and stay lean now that we've got nothing. What I do need, however, is just a little bit of food and some means of entering the abyss. So I think you can use a tinderbox. The most popular way is a pickaxe, or I think you can just use your raw agility, but we will just get a tinderbox from here, and then I'll just really quick run up into Dwarven Mine, just here north, buy ourselves just whatever pickaxe we can. Then we'll go, we started off talking to the Enter the Abyss guy last time. I cut it out of the clips because it didn't really make sense, but we have started Enter the Abyss kinda. Let's trade Drogo Dwarf. Strange that his race is in his name, but that's fine. I guess he only sells a bronze pick, so that's the best he can do. It's the best he can do. Let's not hate on the guy. Thinking about it, we'll just go here to Barbarian Village. There's a bunch of food inside. It's really low tier food, but if we just grab a few, it should be all we need. So we can just grab a few beers and cooked meats, and then we don't have to go all the way to the tea stall down the bottom. We can just go north, back to Edgeville. So what this mini quest is basically is it teaches you a new method to runecraft that doesn't require tiaras or talismans. So it is really, really good. Plus it's a prereq for for the new runecrafting minigame that's come out, and we do want to try that on this account. So if we do die, again, we've got absolutely nothing. You know, it would be a slight shame to lose 2k coins, but not really, like, it's not that much. May as well grab ourselves these leather gloves that spawn next to the bank. Absolutely no reason not to, since we're completely empty on most things. Oh, an iron mace. No way. Is that in the jail, or is it just on the floor? That is just on the floor. Is that a spawn, or has someone dropped that? Okay, cool. So we got ourselves some gloves, 1 defense bonus, and we've got ourselves a proper weapon, so we're absolutely balling. Let's just hope that no one kills us. So we'll just talk to this guy. He says, "Shut up, idiot. Talk to me back in Varrock." Since we're heading over there anyway, we might grab a couple of teas. Okay, almost back. Just seeing there's a leather body spawn here just next to where we need to be, so we'll pick that up as well. In some really scuffed looking budget gear right now, but it's literally like we've just started the game all over again. So here's our guy. He wants help with his evil dealings. What he needs us to do is take this weird orb to a bunch of different locations that you go to mine rune essence. If we just keep his orb on us, we'll be able to progress this quest just as we travel around the game. You know, if we happen to be near the wizard's tower, if we happen to be near the wizard in Ardy, which we will be, no doubt, at some stage. I don't know if we just have to teleport in with the orb. I think that's enough. I don't think we have to use it on anything. So now it says go to the wizard's tower basement, so let's do that. Scoot back to Lumbridge, walk over to that classic wizard's tower we've been to so many times before. Right, just back at the wizard's tower. Slightly triggered by this diagonal door after what happened last episode, but we're just going to scoot downstairs, head into the essence mine, so this guy can track it with his evil orb or whatever it is. While we're here, since we do have this bronze pick equipped, I might actually just mine some essence, because since we will be going into the abyss, I could just make a couple of runes while in there. There's no real reason not to. It's probably going to be hella slow with this awful pick, but I feel like it's a good idea. The next one is the Ardy guy, so we should be able to fishing trawler teleport, get back over to that dreaded side of the map. While we're there, obviously, we'll pick up a brand new Ardy cloak, because they are free. The only issue is our home telly is on a long cooldown now, and we will need to get back to Edgeville after this, so maybe it's worth doing something over here for half an hour, maybe a bit more training or something like that. Hello, I'm back again. I need another cape. Yes, I've had loads. Right, we're back in business. It's always nice to just have this cape equipped. So we'll just cross the river here, go to Old Cryptid, take his teleport to the Essence Mine, and then all we need to do is go back to Varrock and turn this Enter the Abyss thing in. I just thought we did start Dwarf Cannon last time, and the next stage for that is over at the Dwarven Mine where we just bought this pickaxe. So it's a shame I didn't remember it then, but we do need to go to Edgeville. So while we're over in that direction, we'll just scoot south past the monastery real quick, do whatever it is we need to do for Dwarf Cannon. Here's good old Krampus. Teleport with him. There we go, we've absorbed enough teleport information. What can we do in the Ardy area for 22 minutes? So what we could do actually is just do a couple of really easy quests over this way. Real quick, we'll drop all this garbage food we picked up, because we are just out the cake stall, so we'll do our classic technique of getting like 4 cakes. And then just to kill 20 minutes, we'll do a couple of quests over here. Clock Tower's really easy, doesn't require many items at all. I think it needs a bucket of water or something, as far as I remember. And then we'll do Tribal Totem, because that's really close to where we are, and I think awards some coins potentially, so that could be really good. Yeah, we need 1 bucket of water. We'll check the general store. I know there's a bucket next to the Monk's Friend guy, just a little bit south. So if the store doesn't sell one, then we'll grab one from next to him. And all we need for this quest is the ability to run past an ogre level 53. So that should be okay with our cakes. Just get another quest out of the way, just while we've got a little bit of kind of downtime, I guess. Yeah, no bucket here, so... There we go, nice bucket of water. Hello, mate. I'm here to help you fix your clock. That's not a euphemism. So there's a weird little sewer system under Ardy, all these kind of winding paths, and all the different cogs and things we needed down all these. So yeah, you can see most of them. There's a cog here, another one just here, and then this 4th one. Just need to grab all 4. Don't know how they all got stolen and distributed down in this sewer, but you know, these things happen when you're an adventurer, I suppose. Just try not to die to ogres. There we go, that's really the only dangerous part of the quest. To get to some of these cogs, you actually have to leave, go into the sewer from a different entrance. I think what we'll do as well, while we're over here in the Ardy area, just go back and grab those boots of lightness again that we got the other episode. Probably just ditch this leather armor as well, thinking about it, because it's only weighing us down and it's really not providing much in the way of defense. Plus there's no combat coming up in either of the quests we're planning to do. Just gonna scoot straight past, grab this strange cog that somehow got all the way down here, go replace it, and that's 2 of 4. And that ladder puts us up right next to the clock tower, so we'll just go chuck this one in. This third one's engulfed in flames. This is what our bucket of water's for. We need to use it on this cog just to cool it down, and then we're able to pick it up. Lovely. Just go install this one. And then we'll grab the final cog, which is a really horrible, disturbing one, so... This third one, luckily, just goes on this basement spindle, so we don't need to go upstairs and come back down. And then all we need to do is go get this northwest one. Awfully weird that these cogs go missing, and there's a colour-coordinated guide on the ground for where to find them. Very much like someone planned this. Here we go. This last cog's just behind a whole bunch of rats, so what you have to do is poison their food, and then the sound of them all dying will vibrate the door open. It's not even a joke, that's literally what happens in the quest. And if we look in chat, the death throes of the rats seem to have shaken the door loose of its hinges. Awful stuff. Right, lovely. I can't believe this quest took almost 9 minutes. I really expected this to be like a 3 or 4 minute quest from memory, but I guess you think about when you've got staminas and teleports and you can get around a lot quicker. But there we go, we just talked to the guy. The clock tower should be fixed, his clock should work. See what he gives us. 500 coins, you know, that's fine. Can't say no to that. And another one we're just going to knock out while we're here is Tribal Totem. It needs 21 thieving, but it doesn't actually need anything else. It starts over in Brimhaven, and then you have to come back here, so we'll have to pay 30 just to take the ship. Just going to grab this candle here from this monastery. We'll just carry the candle with us, and then the next time we're kind of at the north end of Ardy, we'll quickly run up, go down into that dungeon and grab the Boots of Lightness again, because we've got ourselves a knife and a candle, which is all you need to get those back. Get that nice negative weight, help our run recharge. But for now, we're going to go to Captain Barnaby, the absolute lad who normally takes us to Rimington, but now, for the first time on this account, we're going to take the option to go to Brimhaven instead. Here we go, first time over on Karamja, Brimhaven specifically, thanks to our absolute lad, Captain Barnaby. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can do here, but I feel like the Ardy area is kind of the immediate beginner game area, so we're going to stay around there and try not to die to snakes with our world map open. See, it's not even safe to walk around the town here at our level, so we're not going to be doing too much content over here just yet. Obviously there's some good unlocks later, but for now we're just going to do all the nice early game stuff. The reason we're doing this quest is just because it's so easy and a lot of it takes place in Ardy. So we talked to this guy, apparently his totem's been stolen, I guess by some like rich collector over in Ardy, so we just pilfer it back as far as I remember. Awesome, go back to Ardy. What we'll do is we'll just monastery teleport. Here's how our inventory's looking at the minute. Got our cash stack, a few miscellaneous tools, you never know when you might need them. Bit of food just to survive random encounters with monsters like we did with those ogres. Obviously got our scrying orb, which is now fully charged and ready to be turned in for the Enter the Abyss. We're just waiting for our home teleport cooldown to go do that. Got our candle and our knife, specifically for getting those Boots of Lightness back. And then we just got a bunch of rune essence, because once we do go turn in Enter the Abyss, then the Abyss will be open to us, and we'll be able to use it to rune craft, so we'll just actually craft some runes. Just to say we did, you know? So once again we find ourselves at Wizard Crompety's house. This guy's involved in quite a lot of low-level quests. So we'll tell him to teleport us, not to the Essence Mine, but to the quest location, which is inside some dude's house. What we do is we open his door, and I remember we need to search his stairs. There we go, his password is Kurt, apparently. Right-click investigate the stairs, because there is a trap, and if you climb up and don't investigate the trap, something bad happens, I can't remember what it is. Open the chest, search it to find the tribal totem. That's really it, and then we just go back to Brimhaven and turn this in. We're not going to do that, however. We're going to escape the house, and like I said, because we are just in Ardy, we'll head to the dungeon, just grab our Boots of Lightness back. There we go. We'll just Monastery Telly again, because it will put us closer to the boat to Brimhaven, and then we'll just sail over there, give the dude his totem back. Right guys, we're back at Kangai Mao, or whatever the hell he's called, and there's Tribal Totem. 2 swordfish, oh 5 swordfish because some fell on the floor, okay. And that pushed us up to 31 thieving. That's pretty good. I'll just drop some of this essence because swordfish is by far and away the best food we have. So we'll lumberage home telly. Give the awful Bob's Axes guy some more of our business. Buy another axe, and then we'll take a canoe up to Enter the Abyss Dude. Hand that quest in. Then once we've done that, we'll head over to just north of Falador, where we need to continue Dwarf Cannon quest. Just to get that out of the way, that little step. And then next time we're near the sort of Grand Tree Waterfall quest area, then we'll be able to finish that quest off and unlock access to owning our very own Dwarf Cannon. Okay, we're back at the Mage of Zami, giving him his little orb back for the quest. You need to make room for your reward, so just real quick drop a swordfish. You get a book and a small pouch, so we'll say I'll better be off. Ain't got time for this life. Runecraft level went all the way to 13, I think we were, 8 before? So that's really good. I guess we can technically make dusts and muds, but that's unlikely. 1 level of fire runes, so that's really, really nice. So we'll just saunter our way up to Edgeville, then we'll go into the Abyss and we'll be able to make some runes. And so with that, we've now unlocked the Temple of the Eye quest, which acts as a tutorial to the Guardians of the Rift runecraft minigame. So with our limited inventory, we could go do some runecrafting in that minigame, and then when it comes to a point like we need a bunch of runes, maybe to, train magic or, do a task that needs magic or something, then we can just go back there and withdraw a bunch of our rewards and probably get a few stacks of runes, as well as all the uniques available from there. So that would be good later down the line, but not right now. Next thing on our list, like I said before, we're going to head over to the Falador area once again. We're going to carry on with the Dwarf Cannon quest. Anyway, there's the notes and the ammo mold that we needed to pick up. So we'll just get our prayer back, and then what we'll do is we'll just run straight up to Dwarf Cannon here and just hand it in. Right, back at the captain. Here you go, dude. Brought you all your stuff. 10 crafting. Bowstrings on the account. That's going to be absolutely huge. Right, now that quest is done, what we're just really quickly going to do, go check on this combat training camp again that we unlocked at the end of Plague City the other day. So let's just check here. I think last time they were 1 each, but once you buy 50 they go up to 2 each. I guess it's just how much we want to hop. Right, so if we buy down to 600 each world, then they go up to 3. So yeah, I'm just really going to cash out real quick. While we're here, we will buy this steel axe. It is more expensive than Bob's place, but we are going to want the best axe possible because we're going to be cutting some wood and doing some fletching in a little bit. Okay guys, we're down to 500-ish coins. We've bought 1,000 of these arrow tips. I think that is enough for now. So what I am going to do now, we've just bought those arrow tips. We're going to run over to Catherby specifically. Use this general store guy on the dock. Just get rid of as much stuff as we can to recoup a little bit of cash. We are really close to the Sorcerer's Tower, so we'll just grab the knife spawn that's always in there, and that's going to help us out just in case the general store that we're heading towards doesn't sell one for whatever reason. But obviously the main plan will be to fletch logs into arrow shafts and make up 1,000 bronze arrows, ideally. Just to see where that gets us. Obviously we did do some bronze arrows the other day, which is why our fletching is 6 instead of 1. But yeah. Let's just have a look what all this sells for. Okay, you'll buy this for 9. That's pretty good. All the swordfish should be worth something. Yeah, like 100 and something. We'll keep the tinderbox just because we're doing stuff with logs. This definitely won't sell. It's an untradeable, so we'll just destroy it or drop it, whichever the option is. And there we go. We've got 750 coins, a knife, an axe, and some arrowheads. What you can do is there is a fletching shop in this town as well. It's kind of a rich area for buying fletching materials, so we'll just talk to Hickton here and just see what he sells, because he might sell arrow shafts with feathers on them or something. No, he does sell arrow tips as well though. They're the same price, so that's good to know in future. He also sells bows. Sadly he doesn't sell just headless arrows with feathers already attached. I'm almost certain this shop didn't sell feathers, this fishing shop, last time. No, he doesn't. Okay, so what we want really is a fishing shop, and as always the best option is over in Port Sarim. Okay, we're just monastery tallied. We're going to cut an inventory of logs, and then while we're walking over to Captain Barnaby, our favourite guy on the dock up here, to sail over to Rimington to buy some feathers, we'll use the knife on these logs on the way for some optimum on the move training. So that's 29 wood cutting, 1 level off willow logs. Once we hit 30, we already have 30 fire making, so we can burn the willows. But we will need something like 30 or 35 fletching in order to fletch the willows. Plus, we need to find ourselves a nice... Ooh, Cheeky beginner clue. We will need to find ourselves some willows that are near a general store rather than ones that are near a bank or a deposit box. Or we need a method of having lots of alchemy, i.e. lots of natures and fire runes at the same time, which we certainly don't have access to yet. Captain Barnaby's been trapped here behind a splasher for some reason. Now, I'm not certain how many feathers we're going to be able to afford. Even if feathers were 1 each, we don't have enough money for 1,000. I guess we'll probably be able to afford a couple of hundred. Oh, there's 7 fletching on the account. Fantastic. Before we go there is actually an archery shop here in Rimington, so we'll just detour and check what he has in stock. Right, so he just sells bows and arrows. That's good to know. We're out of our first lot of logs. We got 360 arrow shafts out of that. So if we do like another 2 full inventories of logs, we should have around 1,000. So we'll just start fletching these and we'll scoot on into the fishing shop and just see how much damage buying all these feathers is going to cause to our cash stack. You can buy feathers separately for 2 coins. Oh, or a pack of 100 is 200 coins, so that's awesome. We'll just buy 3 packs. There's level 9. We still have 45 left to do, and a whole bunch of arrow tips to actually attach to the arrows. Plus we can always just equip these arrows. We used to have a stack before we died. I think we had about 600 on us. Since it's a stackable item, they are weightless, so it's completely fine to just pop those into the arrow slot instead of the inventory and just keep them on us until we do need them for range training. That was level 10, which is all we needed for the tourist trap quest, so that's awesome. Level 11 on the account, and we made 300. It is a shame that we couldn't afford more feathers. There's not much around here in the ways of money making, particularly. What we can do is just fletch some regular longbows, I guess, from standard trees, but we will have to run as far as, like, Falador to sell them to a general store. There's no general store around here, unless we take the boat back to Ardy, but obviously taking 2 trips is going to cut our coins by 60, so that's not really an option. So what I'll do is I'll just chop some regular trees. We'll keep this 120 arrow shafts that we've made, and what we will do is we'll walk up to Falador once again, and while we walk we'll fletch these into unstrung regular longbows. Hopefully that's the most valuable thing we can make at our level. Here we are, general store. Let's value this. So he says 24 coins each, which seems good, but if we sell all, we only get about 200, so that works out about 10 each. Obviously every one you sell makes the next one worth less. Unless you hop worlds, but we're not about that life. What I am just going to do is run down. There is a farm just south of Falador. I'm going to chill and just kill some actual chickens like I said we wouldn't. Try my best to stack their feathers up and just see how many I can get while doing some editing work. If we can get to 700, then we can make all these arrows straight up. These ones only have 3 health, so I'll just kill some chickens. I'll come back when we've got a nice stack of feathers or something like that.
Oh, yes.
Right, we're back. Been killing chickens, and every time I get a full inventory of meat, I've just been running south a little bit into Port Sarim proper. There's a house here that does have a cooking range, and I've just been cooking the chickens and then dropping them on the floor. So we've killed enough to get the 700 feathers that we needed. I've also been burying all the bones, so just quick stats check. Our defense is all the way up to 15, very nearly 16 from doing this. 16 prayer, very nearly 17, and our cooking is actually all the way up to 20. We might even get 21 if we cook all of these. So that's what I've been doing. So now we've got a nice 700 feathers stacked up. Right, here we go. Nice juicy stack of arrow shafts. Did get 13 fletching just while making these, but the real XP is going to come now when we attach the feathers and subsequently the arrow tips to them. Just a reminder, the original goal was to get 10 fletching in order to do the tourist trap quest a little bit down the road, and if I remember right, I think you need quite a lot of invent space for it, so again another one to knock out early before we've got any of our permanent end game gear. There we go, there's 18 fletching, just our last couple of arrows. We're certainly not going to get 19, but just make these last ones and then we can equip 700, save an inventory space. We have a whole 1,000 arrows equipped in our arrow slot now. Let's just have a look at our fletching. So what we unlocked, we can now make oak logs into arrow shafts. We can actually make iron arrows, but the iron arrow tips are worth a lot more money than bronze, and they don't give you that much more XP. So I think for training, it's still worth buying the bronze ones. Bows, we could only do short bows at the start, now we can do short bows and long bows, and we're getting real close to oak short bows, which will be a really, really nice one. So that's our little fleshing grind out the way. Maybe I'll get these extra 2 levels off camera, because I would like to get to 20. Bro, get a load of us, we're picking flags! Just took the boat back to Ardy and ran up to Sea's village. So I'll try and get a tiny bit of crafting XP. Now we've passed 10, we can do bowstrings and a little bit of fletching XP hopefully. Maybe even make a little bit of money in some downtime we have here. So, alright guys, just throwing the recorder on while cutting some trees just because we've got a maze random. So I've been doing a cheeky bit of fletching in the meantime. We've got up to 22 now from 18. I got to 20 by just making longbows and stringing them and selling them off to the general store, but now I'm cutting oak short bows unstrung and just selling those directly because the oak trees are right next to the shop. So I'm getting less crafting XP an hour, but I'm getting way more gold and fletching XP this way, so not the quickest time, 70%. I did tab out really quick to start recording, so let's just see what we got. 1,079 coins, 500 feathers and 5 nature runes. Those nature runes being worth like 80 each. That's actually crazy good. If I just sell these natures now... Alright guys, I think we'll call the end of the episode here. An absolutely jam-packed episode so far, ton of progress. Obviously in the last episode we just finished Tree Gnome Village. This episode we knocked out Waterfall Quest, we unlocked Barbasalt Telly on the way, we did the Dwarf Cannon, we did the Grand Tree and died an absolute bunch, nearly lost our stuff. We completed the Fight Arena quest, we did lose all our stuff. Then after we lost everything, we thieved a little bit, just so we could afford some armour that we needed to do the Black Knight's Fortress quest. On the way to do that, we did the Imp Catcher quest, if you remember. We also knocked out a quick spider task while we were down there near the Wizard's Tower. We completed Black Knight's Fortress and Recruitment Drive, the quest that needs a completely empty inventory, so that's out the way. And then in some downtime, we completed both Clock Tower and Tribal Totem. Very simple quests, but again, more quests points, more coins, whatever. I think we got a little bit of thieving XP for that second one. Of course, we got our Boots of Lightness back. We did Enter the Abyss. From completing Dwarf Cannon, we got ourselves 10 crafting, obviously unlocking bowstring. We started some bronze arrows, got our fletching up over 10. And just to close out, quick stats check. As you can see, we got our attack over 40, which is absolutely crazy. Our strength's 30. We got 15 defense from killing chickens. 16 prayer, nice little start on that. 25 mage, we got that huge Varrock teleport whenever we can find some more lore runes. 13 runecraft from doing the Enter the Abyss mini quest, really, really nice. 33 agility, I have noticed our run energy is noticeably better than in episode 1 and 2, so that's really helpful already. And of course we got ourselves a few cooking levels, probably earned a little bit of Slayer XP, but we didn't get ourselves a level, and we're closing out on a huge 25 fletching and 13 crafting. Maybe by next episode we'll have progressed to Willow or something if I get a bunch of downtime. Plans for next episode, we'll come back, we should have more fletching levels, we should have a nice cash stack. Maybe while we're here we'll do Murder Mystery or whatever the quest's called that's up here. That needs a bunch of invent spaces and it's really close, doesn't need any items. Or maybe we'll have a crack at the Tourist Trap quest, quite a tough one that. We do have quite low health still, so maybe I'll leave that, I'm not sure. I would also like to get into doing Lost City quests that require us to go to Entrana, things like that, just before we have any armor on the account. It would make sense to do those early. But whatever the case, I'll see you there. This has been the 3rd episode of Bag Only, the inventory slot only Ironman. Thanks for subscribing, guys. If you've anything to say about the series, any comments, any feedback, any tips, please leave them below. Obviously, I'll read all of them. And appreciate your support. I'll see you next time. Thank you.